So, to anyone new to the channel who's been watching over the last 6 months, you would normally see Ben in front of the camera in a different garage with a different car. But a lot has changed. If you have watched the channel from the beginning, you remember that myself and Ben started the channel off like 3 years ago, and we had a pretty good time making some videos and just generally having a laugh. But unfortunately, over the last 3 years, we've not made a fortune on YouTube, so Ben has had to go and get a proper job at Ultimate Customs so he can afford to pay his bills. Just like that. We get plenty of them, don't we? But that's not a bad thing, because I do actually need Ben's help today with this car. But before I talk about what I need to do to the McLaren, I just wanted to quickly mention that our fully restored Mark II Focus RS plus £1,000 in cash is up for raffle. How good does that car look? But that's because we spent at least £20,000 on restoration. It's only £3.99 to enter, and at the moment, with only a few hours left, it's massively undersold. There's still thousands of tickets left, so you ain't going to get a better chance to win our genuine Mark II Focus RS. But you can only win it by entering at levelupgiveaways.co.uk, so if you've already entered, good luck. If not, put a ticket on and good luck as well. But before we go over to see Ben, I just want to go back to 2022 when I bought this car. Loads and loads of people online and in person said to me, don't buy a McLaren, you're going to have loads of problems with it. But I just ignored all the negativity on the internet because I thought these cars look so good. Napier green, absolutely amazing looking car. But better than the way it looks is the way it drives. But it's very difficult for me to demonstrate on a video when you're watching a video of how well it does drive. So later on in the video, I'm going to do a POV with a GoPro, try and get a really good angle and try and show you just how good it is. I love this car, I really love it. It's one of those cars that I would like to think I'm never ever going to have to sell. But I have had problems with it, and now it's out of warranty. Those problems are going to be very expensive. Let's get it out of the garage and I'll tell you exactly what's gone wrong with it in the 2 years that I've owned it. Before we wake the neighbours up with the ridiculous decat noisy exhaust, the first thing I've noticed is these windows are down, and I think they do tend to just go down on their own without any notice. And then you try and close the car where it automatically comes up and they still don't go up. So you have to get in, start the car up, put the windows up, and then even then they still go down. So a little bit of a niggly issue there. And I did take it into Mclaren at least a year ago, if not longer, and they said it's just a McLaren thing. So anyway, the indicator says 45 days. So that's fully charged. If you do leave it, I don't know, will it last 45 days? Who knows? But let's not take the chance. So we'll get this started up. First time start. See that? I don't know how well the camera's picking that up. That's condensation from the car being sat in the garage for a few weeks. If you leave it outside, it's even worse. The inside is actually wet. Maybe comment if anyone else has got a spider. Is it something you encounter if you leave the car out, or if it's been sat for a while? A bit of moisture on the wheel. It doesn't actually do a bad thing, because it does actually make the wheel a little bit more tacky, because these Alcantara steering wheels do get a little bit shiny from time to time. So handbrake is on, it's in reverse, and it won't auto release, which is a bit annoying, because every other car that I've got electronic handbrake auto releases. So let's get the car out of the garage, because there's something else interior that is bad, let's say real bad, and it's a good job that the car is still under warranty for this, even though it's out of warranty now. When I reported this problem to McLaren, it was probably 9 months ago when it was still in warranty. And that problem is the seat. Yes, it's broken, and that's probably because my fat ass has been sat in it for the best part of nearly 2 years. Something within the seat has, well, broken, and it's not connected to the carbon fibre mono cell chassis, whatever it's called, this tub thing that I'm sat in. So the whole seat needs replacing, and it would cost £10,000 to replace this seat if I was paying for it. But because it's still under warranty, it's fine. Now the car is out of warranty. If this seat goes, it's going to be the same weight, because it's a bespoke order. These have to be made, and it's taken, well, it's taken 9 months. The seat is due into McLaren anytime now. It had 45 days battery left. I've literally driven it out of there to here. It's taken 10 minutes, and there's 37 days left. So it's lost 8 days from there to here. So something tells me that ain't accurate. behind there, it is actually wearing, and the wear was on the car when I got it, so that's why I've not had it right up against there, because I didn't want it going any worse. MTS in Cheshire, they do all the internal recovering of everything, all the interior stuff, so they should be able to do that. Only other things are these little side pieces, and because they've got the Mclaren pressed into the leather there, I don't know how difficult that is to replace, because it just looks a little bit tatty, and that side is actually a little bit worse, obviously in and out of this side more. Seat bolster's holding up pretty good, but that's getting replaced anyway, so it don't really matter about that. I'm taking a massive risk in not taking out that warranty, but one of the main, there's two reasons really. Reason number one is it was close to £5,000, if not £5,000 for the warranty for 1 year, and I didn't actually get from McLaren an exact figure. I thought I'll save the £5 grand, put it into the pot, then if anything happens to the car, then I can just get it fixed. Number two is I don't actually think I'm going to be doing loads of miles in this car on year number 2 anyway, and definitely not in year number 3, because I bought the Porsche GT3. Now that is a different story. This has been a pretty good story up to now. That one has been a terrible story. But the problem with this car is the problems I've had with it I can't really tell you on camera, so it's an ongoing thing. But that's a good reason to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and then in future videos when I can tell you what's wrong with this car, because there's been a lot of problems with it. Yeah, I can tell you. I suppose there's 3 reasons why I didn't do the warranty. Let's say I took the warranty out, year number 2 warranty, 4.5 grand, 5 grand, I pay that money and something breaks, the engine breaks. I then ring up the warranty and say, can you fix the car? And they say, is it modified? And I'll say, just a little bit. And they say, well, you're not covered. So I've just wasted 4.5 grand. That's the main reason actually, not all the others. I've done about 6,000 miles in this car in that period of time of ownership. There's a couple of little things that need fixing, including the wheels could do with a little bit of a refurb. There's a little bit of a chip there and there, but I don't think it's enough for me to actually go and take the wheels to RADA International in Manchester and get them done, even though they do us a really good deal. Not only that, they could match those wheels up and you would never know that they've been, you know, refurbished. But the main thing for me is what's taken the brunt of those miles is the front end PPF. Now that's what it's there for, so it is good that these massive chunks out of the PPF, and they are big, quite a lot there, and there's quite a few on the front there, on the bumper, the bottom of the doors do take quite a lot of abuse. Behind that dirt is massive chunks of missing PPF. I'm going to go over to Ultimate Customs and get that replaced. Front end PPF, I can't remember what Ben said the price was, but we'll go and find out. He is going to do me a good deal, seeing though he is one of me, you know, very good friends, best friend ever, and hopefully he's going to do me a really good price. I'm going to use the Evil GT 99 code, which, as we've said in previous videos, gives you 90. And as you might remember from the previous videos, I did get this replaced. It had a big, nice, juicy crack in it, and now it's got 3 stone chips in it. When I did get it replaced, I tried to get it PPF'd and I couldn't find anywhere at the time to do it. But I'm hoping I can actually get that fixed up, you know, put that juice in it, you know, that flattens it down, makes it like a brand new windscreen, and then I'll get it PPF'd. Let's get over to Ultimate Customs, but before that, I want to tell you about the little problem that took me absolutely ages to work out. Is the car goes to sleep, so if it's open it will go to sleep, and the way to, well, wake it up, double click that and then it should start, but it doesn't. So let's do it again, double click. The only reason I have to open it is because the double clicking does open the door, so you have to open it and close it again, and just doesn't start. I do have the key right there, so the key is here, car. What else can I do? I don't know. And then it eventually starts. So that is probably, it's pretty high up on the list. It's annoying. We've got an exclamation mark there. I think that's because one of the tyres has got a slow puncture, because it sits in the garage all the time. I don't know if that is the reason why, but one of the tyres is definitely going down.
Say false alert or press 1 on your telephone keypad if your vehicle is secure.
Looks like the tracker battery is flat as well, which the tracker's on the key there. I suppose it's pretty stupid putting it on the key, but that's how I got it, and that's how I'm going to keep it. There we go, so it's rear left 1.7, which is, yeah, that's quite low. Actually, the other times it's been the front, so now it's the rear. I have no idea what's going on with these tyres. McLaren 720S, when I bought it, it was an expensive car. Now it's less expensive because I think you can pick these up for maybe about $165 now. I paid $203.50 for mine. Most cars depreciate, and I did expect it to go down. So obviously I've got that cost involved in owning the car. Depreciation is a massive factor. What it cost me a month is £1,600 on the PCP payment. I did put a deposit in, and I've got a 120 grand balloon at the end of it. So let's say the car in a year's time's worth 135, 140, the finance is going to be 120. So I've got about 15,000 going to be going into the equity of this car, which is not too bad. I've got all the cars on trade insurance, but let's say if I was to insure this just on its own, £1,000 a year. The exhaust that I got done, that's in a separate video. Just go watch that if you want to see how much that cost. I got some new Sport Contact 7s when I bought the car because the Pirellis were pretty greasy really, especially in the rain. These Sport Contact 7s are absolutely amazing. Even in these conditions, it really does stick to the road really well. So you know, all that power is going through the back wheels. I got serviced. The 4th year service was £1,400. The next one's going to be quite a bit more than that. So I've got that to look forward to. But this car is so much fun to drive. But this Brook Race exhaust now, as you can hear, really noisy. But if you put the back windscreen down, you can hear it goes a lot louder. The way it's so mechanical as well, you can hear the shifters, you can feel the shifters, as you can shift from any direction. So if you want to drive with one hand, you can do right-handed or left-handed. You just push it forward instead of dropping it down. I do run this without a front plate just because I don't want to ruin the front of the car. I know it's no excuse. I'll probably get some bad feedback, bad comments here because I should really be using it, but in the nearly 2 years that I've owned the car, I've only been stopped once, £100 fine. The police are behind and looks like I'm going to get done for no front number plate. I was just doing a video actually.
How was you?
Saying that I've not been stopped for no front number plate.
What on to that?
I know, yeah. So that is something new to me, getting an email. Took my phone number down and everything. I thought he was going to add me to Facebook at one point. So those two guys, absolutely fine about it. Obviously they're doing a job. They've got to pull me over and give me that £100 fine. But they did say that, you know, it does look miles better without a front number plate. But he did say if you get stopped again a few times, then you could get some points down the line. So I'll just have to see how it goes. After that minor complication with the police, we're at Ultimate Customs here in Warrington, and the question is, will the Evil GT99 code work with Ben?
How can I help?
I've been watching this YouTube video,
Yeah.
and they said if I'd use Evil GT99 I get 99% off.
So if you just do it, the door is just there, sir. Off your pocket.
You're not going to last very long in this job if you start talking to your customers like that, you know.
I won't last very long if I'm knocking jobs out at 99% off.
Alright, 85 then. Now you're at Ultimate Customs. If anybody wants anything done, in 2 words, why should they come to Ultimate Customs?
We're mint.
What are you going to do for my car to make it mint?
Well, me and you're getting involved as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
So we're going to take the PPF off this because just the front end, you're not interested in the rest of it, are you? Because the whole car's PPF'd in it, right?
Nah, it's just front.
No, it's just the front end that's PPF.
I think so.
Why did I not upsell you the whole car PPF? How did I get away with that?
Because you know how tight I am.
Yeah, too right I do. I'm surprised the camera's not picking you up squeaking while you walk into the front of this car.
It does look like the PPF hasn't done its job. See, now this is really thick. Still not protected it properly. It does look like the paint's missing.
Well, I think you probably will need it painting. Big checkbook. Pass me that. Look at this, you'll see him sweat now.
I am sweating doing that job. This is why Evil GT99, you can get it in Ultimate Custom, it means you have to do it yourself.
McLaren can paint this, obviously, can't they, mate?
They can, yeah. They can also fill an invoice out as well, like with loads of noughts. Looks like we've got away with that. That's not paint missing, that's just a dent, so we should be able to get a guy to tap it out from that side like you would do on a door, getting a little dent out. So do you know, like I wanted the Evil GT99, 99% off, I'll do the job myself, I'll pay full price, because that has taken about an hour and a half, and yeah, horrible job. But we've got to do this bit now, and we've got to do all these little bits in here, and the door mirror covers, and underneath there, and some bits down there.
How many people does it take to take PPF off a door? I've gone to pull the PPF off your mirror, like that,
Heat it up.
which it was.
Steam it.
Yeah, we did. Right. It's steamed, and you can see where there's screw hole, and it's been glued before by the looks.
Oh, is it? There's the bit.
There's the piece that's come off it, yeah. So your plastic's disintegrated, mate.
How do you get rusty plastic? Is that a McLaren thing?
That's got to be a McLaren thing.
Where there's blame, there's a claim. I'm claiming off you.
With a smirk on your face, yeah, mate.
You just say to me, it's not Ben's fault. It is.
Thanks, mate. Well in.
Well in. Manx stick together.
Yeah,
it is Ben's fault, actually. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he's waxing away. Level 5,000 detailer. You're not doing it now, are you? Who's doing it?
Well, you've got to be at least 4,000.
Callum's come down from neat valeting, so I might just pass the baton on and get out of the job and leave it to him. But he's come to pick some products up today.
Yeah, but what level is he?
He's level 6,000, so
that's fine,
he's 10,000 above me, so he's even better. The PPF's off the vehicle, Ryan's took it off, and then Lee is kindly...
Hold on a minute, I took the PPF off.
In fact, we all did, didn't we? And there's been bits of residue still stuck to all the areas like the lights, the bonnet, the front bumpers, wings, and the bottom side of the doors. So I'm not going to take all credit because Callum has probably done most of the work. I'd say a good 90% of the work.
I agree.
Well done, mate. You've done a top job. I've done a little bit. We're just double checking now to make sure there's no glue residue, and then Ryan can do what he needs to do and get the rest PPF'd.
Thank you very much.
No problem, mate.
That's going to be an ongoing problem because Ben spoke to McLaren before, and we've got to speak to the head office to see if we can get that replaced, not under warranty. So, worst case scenario, we're going to have to pay for that, which is probably going to be pretty expensive. Since the DCAT exhaust has been put on, there's a lot of blackening around the edge of where the exhausts are here, so that's just not been cleaned properly by me over the time. So I'm going to use a little bit of tar and glue remover on that, and hopefully I'll bring it up pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's miles better. I think to get it perfect, I'm going to have to get a compound on it. I'm not willing to, so I like start rubbing a compound into the paint. It looks good to me. And there is another issue with the wing. We have some paint bubbling underneath there, which you probably won't be able to see, but you can feel it with your finger. I haven't got time to get this repainted now. The front end needs doing, so we're just going to have to go with it. And I do think this has actually been painted in the past because there's a little bit of like run of the paint there, and there's a little bit there, which is a little weird mark. This wing may have already been replaced under warranty in the past. I had a look at what the Expel Stealth PPF would look like, but it looks like it will flatten the colour too much. Yeah, I don't think it would suit the 720S. And the last prep job is to remove the small dent out of the bonnet, but as this is aluminium, it's harder to remove than a regular steel panel. And as you can see, that's been removed and it looks perfect again, ready for the new PPF. So rather than leaving Ryan to do all the work, we decided to help with the Apple Vision Pro and a YouTube tutorial video. How to apply paint protection film PPF, the process, tips, tricks and advice.
For dummies.
For dummies, yeah. Spray that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sure you know what you're doing?
No. Wet my hand, not my face. Yeah. You're in the way in the video now.
Sorry, mate. You have to keep it there. Okay. Why don't you put your video over to the right? You got to hold it. Right, you can hold it further down here now. Plenty of pressure. Look.
I'm trying to watch my video at the same time.
Plenty of pressure, you got to hold it.
I'm doing it.
There you go. You got it?
Yeah.
Got your bit.
Lineup's looking good. Get the film to wrap underneath first. Where's the video?
It's yours, it's nowhere near. Are you alright there, mate?
I'm watching the video. Here we go, it's back.
Are you watching a video for a McLaren?
No, it's for a Tesla. It's finished.
Right, you
We
need
read
to.
it?
Yeah.
So we've proven that using an Apple headset, watching a video on the wall, how to do it, clearly works because this is more or less done, right?
Well, yeah, we've completed it there, mate.
What do you think of our first attempt at PPFing?
It's not on, so
What's wrong with it?
no one even touched the squeegee.
Yeah, factory now that, mate. My first attempt at the PPF. Is there any jobs going?
There's an A4 there that needs cleaning, if you wouldn't mind getting the bucket and sponge out. 16 bucket method.
Car cleaning?
Yeah, you're
What about
professional.
PPF installation?
Definitely not PPFing, no, because the idea for PPF is for it to be stuck and stuck permanently.
Rude.
That I know.
So nearly at the end of the car now, Ryan's just finishing off the front end bumper, inside of the lights, which is a really tricky job. And while the car was in, I've decided to get the windows tinted, just like one down from the factory, so should still be borderline legal, but just look a little bit better. But it's a really tricky job because when the doors are up, the window goes down a little bit, so you can't get the film into the windows very well. So the door card has to come off, and rather than it being like an hour or two job, it's like much longer. So the whole car is nearly finished, and as usual in typical Evil GT style, we've got a problem. The lower part of the bumper, the splitter, has got a big chunk of paint missing out of it, or lacquer, but it looks really bad. I thought if we put a piece of PPF over it and see how it looks, it might not actually be that noticeable, but it actually shows up worse than it does look without PPF on it. So I've decided, seeing though I've gone so much trouble refreshing the car, making it look absolutely mint, I'm just going to get it repainted and then it'll look absolutely perfect. But the problem is it needs a week for the gases to actually release out of the paint after it's been painted. So at this late stage now, I don't really have a choice but to finish the car off and then get it painted next week, because today's Monday, so even if I got that splitter lower part of the bumper painted today, I still won't be able to get the PPF on it this time next week at least. And the problem is I need this video going out on YouTube the end of this week, because Focus RS is up on levelupgiveaways.co.uk. The list is endless what we've done to that car. It looks so much better than when we bought it 12 months ago, and it could be yours for £3.99. Only one ticket is needed to win this car, so head off to the website, and if you have already bought a ticket, good luck, and if you haven't, just get in. The odds are going to be great, and you've got a great chance of winning an iconic Ford.
So this full job of PPFing, all of this, your lights, your bumper, your splitter, your bonnet, all your carbon bits, your mirrors, the bottoms of the doors that come up in the blade, that all comes to around about £1,683, I think it is.
Minus the Evil GT 99 discount.
That definitely doesn't exist. That's a figment of your imagination. I can't do that, but I will do you 10%.
Better than nothing.
Evil GT 10, I'll knock you 10% off, so you'll have to work out whatever that is.
It probably works out about £1,000, right?
Your maths is definitely not as good as mine.
The window tinting is free, right?
You're asking me a question that I don't know the answer to. I would say, what, about 500 quid? Yeah?
What are you being like that for?
Well, it's a McLaren, innit? It's McLaren tax.
So that's going to work out about £1,500 with the Evil GT 10% off. But this video does feel a little bit incomplete because we've still got that problem with the door mirror and the front needs painting. So I'm going to nip off to Mclaren now and see if they'll replace that under warranty. I'm not very hopeful, but you never know. And then go and get the paint done on the splitter as well. So that'll be for the next video. Thank you for watching today's video, and I will see you on the next video.